Hello, conservative me, Winner Android, with another video of Weekly Android, which this week I actually got more than one anime to talk about this week, which is purely due to the fact that I kind of forced myself to talk about two this week, since I kind of realized that we're basically halfway through this season. I've only talked about two animes so far from this season. So yeah, I feel like I needed to talk a bit about more anime. So yeah, starting with the first of the two that I got for this week, which is the Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, which so far, yeah, I think it's good, kind of at least, but it's definitely not great. And I think one of the main reasons why I think that is just the fact it's just due to how much Cometer is just constantly overreacting. Seriously, you got the normal amount of ounce that's main character will overreact and stuff. Commodore just basically turns it up to 100, pretty much, in my opinion at least. In which, at the very least with this week, it was much better, considering at the very least for the first half of this week's episode, he kind of just wasn't really overreacting at all, which is very nice. Which kind of made it where this episode was a bit more enjoyable this week. But yeah, looking at the next episode's preview, I'm pretty sure it's going to make up for the lack of overreacting in the first half of this episode. Yeah. Also, another thing with this anime that I kind of think would be better for it is if Mie didn't always forget her glasses, considering I'm pretty sure she's not actually forgetting them, she's doing it on purpose. But, yeah. From what I can tell, at the very least, she doesn't always forget them. It's just that we only ever see the times that she does forget them, which makes it seem like she does always forget her glasses. Yeah, it'd kind of be nice if we actually saw her with her glasses sometimes, you know? Because it's kind of not that great seeing this character that's supposed to be wearing glasses always forgetting them on purpose. Because currency just makes it seem like she's stupid or something like that, with how much she's forgetting them, or at least seems to be. But yeah, I guess I'm done enough complaining for that there, so moving on to the next thing, which is the most heretical last boss villainous anime, whatever. It's the villainess anime for this season that we have, which I think is definitely one of the better villainous anime we've gotten yet, to be honest. In which I definitely like it more than Hame Futura, because, yeah, I think that's kind of mostly down to two reasons. It's not as focused on the romance, if there's really any romance at all, to be honest, considering what romance there is, I guess, can kind of be tossed up to being like admiration or something like that instead. So, yeah. And also, another thing is the fact that Pride isn't as stupid as Baccarina or Katarina. So, yeah. I said she's not as stupid because she's still kind of stupid, considering, yeah. She still thinks she's going to become a villain. It's like, yeah. I don't think so. But at the very least, she is smart enough to actually make preparations in the event that she does end up becoming a villain eventually, which is good. She has some kind of intelligence in her brain, some common sense, at least. I'm pretty sure that's kind of actually the main reason why I'm actually enjoying this more than Hamefura. Though there is also the whole thing with the Chancellor or whatever, which is very clear that he's up to things in the background, so we really haven't seen him at all. But I think it's pretty clear that he knows Pride has kind of deviated from the path that she was supposed to be going down, and becoming a villainess and everything. So yeah, he's more aware of things than he should be, and is probably going to be trying to do something. So yeah, we're going to be seeing more of him in the future, I guess, though I'm pretty sure we're going to start seeing more of him in the next episode, considering yeah, episode preview for the next episode. I think he is like there for like half of that darn thing, so yeah, he's definitely coming up more in the next episode for sure. But yeah, that's the anime stuff that I had to talk about this week. So moving on to Devious World, since I did say I was going to get around to doing the updates this week, and yeah. Last update was version 85. You only got the two things, one for Jamie and one for Cyan. So first one, Jamie with the Rantoso Online game that was added for him. Which of the classes there that you can choose, only one of them is actually available, but most of them are female characters only, so yeah. The only one that's currently available is the Prince, in which you end up becoming a Dragon Prince, which I'm pretty sure has something to do with the poll that was on that Shuma had on Patreon like a month ago or something or whenever. Considering there's few options on there, one of them being Dragon, so yeah. Dragon Prince here, in which in this, it's kinda, there isn't really that much in there to be honest, but yeah, meet some other players there, in which you end up also having a dev that is basically occasionally pops in playing as the healbot apparently. Person that designed for the healbot and stuff at the very least. But yeah, you can go on and create your own guild after like a time jump that goes over a few months or something. There really isn't all that much there. It's just you meet those characters and then you get a time jump to where you can create a guild, which only is just the beginning of that. There really isn't much there at all, to be honest. So Cyan with the destroyer thing there, I'm pretty sure it's kind of obvious with the change log there for that. But yeah, it continues where that's left off on that stuff up in the previous update, and yeah, it's just sex where you get Destroyer to rape Leslie. So yeah, that's literally all that is. So moving on to version 86, with the stuff that was added in this update, which you got Jamie declining Kit and Wolf's invitations come inside and stuff there, which of course means you just move on to the next house, which is apparently a demon's house, who can turn you into an incubrat or succubus. Succubus doesn't really have any content, so incubrat, incubus, you get a few options out of all that stuff there, in which the only main ones that really have anything currently is just going to the fun house and then on to the dungeon, so yeah, not tons of stuff there either. Moving on to Eric's, making an advance on Ranma. To be honest, I don't even remember when the whole slow burn thing was set, to be honest, but yeah. Actually, I said it's quite a while ago, wasn't it? But yeah, literally just does what it says there. Not much at it at all. Literally just like a single page, I think. Next thing, Gwen letting Saya order for him, and from what I can tell, Saya, remember, Saya is basically just a femdom character stuff there. So yeah, just a little bit added with that, which leads to femdom content, considering it goes down a separate path that I think actually avoids Saya, I guess. Not exactly sure. But yeah, Cyan with a whole new virtual dimension rig, new game on the virtual dimension rig, which is Beast Crossing Glued Horizons, parody of Animal Crossing, which actually has a decent amount of content in it, despite only basically being the beginning of what's there. Considering I'm pretty sure it took me over an hour to actually read everything there, despite it basically being just the intro to Animal Crossing, basically, where you get everything set up at the very beginning. But yeah, that's literally all that was added in Devious World for this update and last update. So yeah, not tons, and it was probably a good decision I didn't actually go over the previous update last month, so I could include it in this one, since both of them are pretty small, especially last month's update. But yeah, got that stuff done. Um, don't exactly have much else to mention, but yeah. Trials and Tainted Space, I guess. I finished actually going through everything that I wanted to do before going to Vito, and finished things off doing Sol's Distress Call, which puts you on Ubito at the end of it. So yeah, on Ubito now. Haven't actually done anything yet, as the moment I'm recording, but yeah, I'm going to get some of that stuff done probably after I finish recording on here, I guess. Maybe. Depends on how much time I have, so yeah. Uh, yeah. I don't exactly know what else to talk about, so I guess I'll just go ahead and end the episode here. So yeah, that there is the end of this video. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.